Oh, hey there. You're in early. It's not a judgment. Someone's got to be the first patron of the night. Anyway, what can I do you for? One Dragon's Fire cocktail coming right up. Here you go. It's not a very popular drink. Turns out the mixing of gin and cayenne pepper isn't all that appealing. You know, it's very rare to see a human coming over this early. Usually they tend to join the party later once they've been sloshed up somewhere else. Oh, not a human? If I may ask. Half dragon, you don't see those often. I'll leave the obvious jokes aside, I'm sure you've heard them plenty. You know, you don't look much like a student. They carry themselves differently, if you catch my drift. Tend to have pre-drinks at home. It's okay. You don't need to talk about yourself if you don't want to. I'm a barman, not an interrogator. Oh, no, the volume goes up later in the night. Right now it's nice and quiet, so we can prepare for the busy period without having our ears ring too much. The music actually gets to you if you pump it at full volume from open to close, so we tend to keep it quiet. Don't worry, I'll turn it up when more patrons arrive. Speaking of, are you sure you want to be here tonight? Well, what I mean is, it's Dryden night tonight. Yeah, we've got informal nights catering to quite a few meta-human species. It's nothing official, it all occurred naturally, but we do tend to advertise them, more as a warning to others than anything, to be mindful and all. For example, early this week we had a leprechaun night. We cordon off a good part of the dance floor so the little guys don't have to worry about being trampled and can really just let go. It's pretty amusing to see 50 leprechauns come in, fresh from their job in the financial district, so they're dressed all nice and businesslike, and in an hour, they party so hard we sometimes wonder if we're cordoning off the dance floor to protect the other patrons instead. They're great tippers too. No, even before they get totally wasted. Afterwards too, but we're ordered not to accept tips if the patron is obviously drunk. It's part of our training. Oh, right. Forgot to talk to you about Dryder night. So, tonight is when quite a bit of the Dryder community in our fair little city has arranged some special measures. We're having a third barman in just for this tonight. Oh, she and the other barman haven't arrived yet. I have the opening bar shift alone. Preparing the bar so that it's all ready for tonight is easily doable by myself, so I don't mind. No, the dance floor is completely open to all. It's actually the rest of the patrons that need to worry. I'm not sure if you're familiar, but Dryders can get large. So the reason why we need to have a third barman tonight instead of a normal two-person shift is because Dryders, when they let loose, can get a bit, rowdy. Well, when they get into it, got a wee bit of drink behind them and all, they tend to get ropey with people smaller than themselves. That's why we need a third barman, so there's less of a burden on the individual to keep an eye out and, well, tend the bar as well. Of course they ask for consent. If they wouldn't, they'd be kicked out in no time and we'd inform the police. Same thing with every other patron coming in. Every one of the Dryders in the city knows that if they lose the grace of our bar, they'd be at a respectable place to party, so they also police themselves heavily. It's a good thing. They look out in case one of them gets too into it. Anyway, most of the time the night goes on without a hitch, but sometimes we have to free a bound human or elf that has been strung up and left. Nothing too permanent, but they'll feel it in the morning for sure. Which is why I initially asked if you still wanted to stay here for the evening. It's not everyone's cup of tea, and since it's quiet at the moment, I could warn you personally instead of the big sign at the entrance doing it for me. Ah, excellent. That means I still have an excuse to let someone else clean the taps. That's a good question. You don't really see it if you aren't the type of metahuman to need it, but we take special care to ensure that every metahuman can handle themselves. And for the remainder, we have those special nights, so there's a guilt and worry-free environment for every metahuman to let go. I don't think you've actively noticed, but the door is actually double wide on purpose. Not many other clubs in the city have that, but we decided it was worth the investment so non-human shaped metahumans could enter more easily. Another thing that you may not have noticed is how the bar stools you're sitting on actually have 3 bars between the legs. Usually these things only have a single one to hold them together. I told you so. And this is to help smaller metahumans, like dwarves or leprechauns, to be able to seat themselves unassisted. We also have a set of all-purpose bathrooms and a special room for shapeshifters to shift in if they feel the need to. According to the shapeshifters I spoke to, it's much better there than having to do that in a toilet, or worse, having to hold that urge in all night. So yeah, in conclusion, we're pretty much the only place in the city that primarily caters to metahumans, and we've gotten good at it too. Hey, you look like you're trailing off a bit. Is everything alright? I see. You're looking for work and nobody wants to hire a half-dragon, huh? You know, I tend to have a good grip on people. You look like someone dependable, someone that can keep a secret. Look, I can help you to something that will give you a chance at a real career. It won't be a clean office job though. I'm a recruiter for an organization that does more dirty work. It's on the honest side of the law though. Here, take this card and keep it. If you're interested, go to the location on the card. Ask the questions on the card. Show the card to whomever official looking that asks in there. They'll take it from there. If you're not interested, soak the card in water and let it dissolve. It's no shame if you decline. It's not for everyone, blindly following instructions on a card quietly slipped to you by a bartender. It takes a special kind of bravery to do that. But let me tell you, I think you'll be in your element there. Think it over, okay? So, want another drink? I think you can get another one in before the spiders come. Don't worry about paying, this one's on me. Alright, another one coming hot at you.